The following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone had a good evening. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Seems like the markets are falling. Falling hard. Just broke yesterday's lows. See, we hit a high last night at 13,671, and we're all the way down to 13,512. So about 160 points of range downward, continuing to fall. Unfortunately, I did not do a short last night overnight. I wish I would have. I wasn't sure because I went to bed and we were coming up here. So, and I didn't feel comfortable going long, but I didn't want to go against what the trend was currently at that point in time. So, copper coming down as well. Seems like everything's been coming down overnight. Looking at about 140 ticks of range. Gold just made a new daily low since I changed the yellow line. Falling hard. Not afraid of falling. But it's down about 17. UltraBond falling as well. Everything, like I said, everything falling. I just made a new daily low as well. And we're looking at a little less than 2 points of range there in the UltraBond. Crude oil, the petroleum products didn't move much. Just about actually about 2 points in range. And natural gas, about 160 ticks. So that's where we stand. Bitcoin has also fallen big time there, you see. Down it comes. So now we play the markets. I did course trade Asia last night on Sharevision. And up 190 from there. Excuse me. So, see, everything's been falling here recently. We'll wait for our next entries. FOMC meeting minutes come out today at 2 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, I'm not streaming all day today. I do that for the regular FOMC meeting, but not for the meeting minutes. But it still tends to make the markets go wild. And I looked from the last time 6 weeks ago, and the markets were really choppy in the morning, so it's something to watch out for. Good morning, Eric. How are you doing today? you? Morning, Matt. Hi, no, DN. Matt and I had an exciting time last night. Trying to get like 4 points out of the NQ. Last night was dreadfully slow. Go turn back time. And then, sure, later on in the evening it went nicely, but this was NQ last night. Had one nice move up, one nice move down, and this stayed in this is like almost like a 10-point range. And you can see here, but it was here that me and Matt fought for like 5 points and 2 points. And it got even worse after that. You can see here, you see how the bands are so constricted that they were literally like 4 points apart. Hey, Rob Fresno, how you doing, man? Yep, sub number is up to 892. Working toward 1,000. 893. That's even better. Animesh Singh, I don't know if I pronounced that right. If I did not, I apologize. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. So yeah, last night was quite the adventure on the snow side. Yes, falling quick. Well, not quick, but moving about 1 to 2 points a 5-minute candle. Yeah. Good idea. Last night I decided not to go short overnight, and I should have. I regret that. It is sort of looking a little bit exhausted. What a beautiful move there. Beautiful, clean move. I gotta stop the sleeping thing. I keep missing these moves when I'm sleeping. Really, need to, you know, caffeine, methamphetamines. No. Oh, yeah, Matt, you're right. I didn't even think of that. Although, it did pop up, though, before it did this. Which is why I didn't short before bed. You can see, this is where we were fighting it, right here. Right here. So, we were at 13,645. You were in at 13,644. I remember it. It's like etched into my brain, and it did pop all the way up to 669. So you would have needed a very wide 25-point stop. Oh, and 6 contracts? That would have been a little, I think you would have got stopped out. It's definitely beautiful moves down throughout the night. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What you probably, if you had been in on one contract, Matt, that you could have withstood that. Uh, Rob, I am kind of old. I mean, I'm not like Social Security old, but it's not like I'm a young kid anymore. I Thing is, I do only sleep about 5.5 hours a night. I usually fall asleep right around 1 a.m., maybe a little bit before, and the alarm goes off at 6. Then on the weekends, I sleep like 10, 12, 10, 11 hours. I didn't mean it like that, Matt. And I don't consider you old either. Yeah, my perspective there needs to change as well. I think of old as like 80 now. And even that, I mean, I didn't, okay, it was not meant as an insult. I have a September birthday as well, Matt. Now we're kind of consolidating. I agree with that, G-Man. And so I'll probably brag about this a couple of times, but yesterday afternoon, I made the best trade of my trading career. I caught an 80-point short on NQ. We'll turn back time again. Turn back time. Sorry. Anyway, I saw this move here, waited, I got in right about here, and I followed this down. Let's move this out of the way. Followed it all the way down. I manually was following the stop all the way down until this pullback here, and I got out. 80 points, $1,600 on the Tostep account. Just absolutely wonderful. I stayed calm. I just was able to follow it with a trailing stop. So it's trailing it by about 15 to 20 points, but never really burped back up. I made the stop tighter here, and that's when I got out. You can see it went a little bit further after, but 80 points. It was just absolutely wonderful. Thanks, Coop. Yesterday, at one point on the Tostep account, I was down about $1,400, and I finished the day up $1,600. So I had an over $3,000 swing. But the Tostep account is now. Yesterday I went negative on it, and now it's up $1,800 in some cents. Thank you guys. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Dakota, good morning. And that's, I need this, I mean, it was almost a perfect following of my plan of where to get in there. Now, I did start with 2 contracts. The only thing I did wrong on that trade was I got out of the first contract way too early. I got out on the first contract at like 4 points. I let it shake me out early on the first contract, but I was able to stay in with the second one. Yeah, really, it was really a fun trade. Reminder, guys, if you're enjoying the content, enjoying the stream, enjoy if you hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Continues to help recommend and grow the channel. Thank you, Deanne. So NQ is leveling out here. Did give me the white, but you see these downtrending bands. I'm hesitant. These are smaller candles now. It seems like market's taking a breath. I'm going to quickly, I have my breakfast in front of me, my eggs. I'm going to quickly eat. I'm going to mute so you don't hear me chewing. Chewing while trading. That'll be my next YouTube. Trying to decide if this is trying to bounce here. Yeah, I was considering it myself, Matt. Sitting there. Yeah, probably should. Go for a small target, though. One or two. I'm still trying to wait. Still sitting on that line. I'll take another bite of eggs while we watch it. Really squeezy here. The bands are only 9 points apart on the 1 minute. Easy technical trading term. Easy being squeezy. Lines everywhere. There's lines. So top part here, Bollinger Bands set at 2 and 3 standard deviations. The middle line, the 20 EMA. Down here is an RSI with its own Bollinger Bands. That's basically it. So Bollinger's up here, Bollinger's down here around the RSI. I don't really go into the whole overbought, oversold thing on the RSI. I just look at the Bollinger Bands because if it hits the bands on the RSI, it tends to reverse. And then the Bollinger, two different sets of Bollingers on the top, on up here, sorry, and the 20 EMA. It's white when it's uptrending and up the slopes upward, and blue when it's sloping down. This is where came up, tickled those bands, was like there's no room between the bands and the EMA. And now heading back, trying to head down, but this is one of those areas that it's just so hard to figure out what it wants to do. So thus we eat more eggs. Kind of choppy here. Bands are 7 points apart. That's a really tight squeeze for NQ, especially this time of day. Up, down, up move possibly here. Let's hone in on it. Let's also look at what ES is doing on the 1. ES hasn't quite got above its EMA yet. So, but let's hone in on it. It's trying to spread its bands in public, which is terrible. Yeah, like I said, I did look back on what NQ did the last time we had FOMC meeting minutes, and it was an ugly chart. I'll go back and show you all then. Just let me finish my eggs. Matt, you get yourself back on the low carb after your vacation. There's a nice candle. A candle on the chart. See, we're still well below that EMA on the 5 though. It's at 41. It's about 10 points. Is it going to march up there? Is it going to march to the beat of its own drummer? Taking one long there. Limit order, dude. Oh, well, I got filled anyway. Okay. So anyway, the 10 point stop here, just at the bottom band basically. Pulling back. Let's see what it, yeah, I probably should have stayed out of this. Yeah, that was a very bad entry on my part. I hate, oops. Then I unblow up the chart. Anyway, I don't like candles that go from EMA to band, and that's exactly what that one did, and I didn't recognize it. Those usually tend to pull back. Plus, we were right at the top of that RSI. That was a double bad entry. I got volume on my computer. I can hear. Hey, yeah, this is going to be a stop out. While that happens, let's go to a 5-minute chart. Here. Now it's turn back time to a land far, far away. Turn back time. 8, 7, 6, and this was last FOMC day. And see this ugliness? This was the open. This was the 9:30 candle, and that was the ugliness at the open. We did have a move before the open, but this was the ugliness after the open. Chop City, but Chop City with big candles. This was a 69-point candle down, 45 up, 53 down, 35 up, 49 up, 52 down, 72 up, 76 down. It finally started calming down a little bit here, and then a slight rise up into the meeting minutes. But yeah, this was what we saw last FOMC meeting minutes day. So, and that is would not have been fun to be a part of, I don't think. Unless it looked better on the one, but I mean, that's just ugly in my opinion. We're still in our trade. See if it stops us out. It probably will. G-Man's kind of right about no volume, but it's not really something I look at. Even with no volume, it's got to go one direction or the other. Or it ranges. Yeah, it could range. What, do we have any other news this one? What was I going to say? Someone distracted me on Discord. I don't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, let's see where we go here. We are rangy. Top of the hour. Oh, news. I was going to look for what other news we have this morning. See, I am getting old, guys. Don't remember what the heck I am doing. At 8:30, we have U.S. retail sales month over month, U.S. core retail sales month over month, and U.S. retail sales year over year. Right at the bell, how nice is this? We have a Fed speaker. And we have crude oil inventories at 10:30. And then, of course, FOMC meeting minutes at 2. Oh, look at that. Nice move up here. Pull back. I should have got out as soon as it hit that band. Let's see what happens here. That's what I gotta react better to. Also, I only went in with one here, so can't get out with one and stay with another. It's pushing on up. Ooh-wee. To the deluxe Bollinger in the sky. Yeah, I'm only slightly insane. There we go, moving. I like to move it, move it. Hey DWT, it's been a long time since I've seen you. How you doing? With this nice rise up here. Let's move our stop up. Trail it here. Candle by candle. Like a candle in the wind. I used that joke already. Or that song. Not really a joke. A song. Tight stop here because, I'm not sure how far we're going to go. But I'm very glad I entered this trade. Trailing by just about 4 points. It's not, like I said, tight trail. We're up 10 points on this. Yep, here comes red. Okay, what? Not out yet. Oh, back to green. Back to red. And then we're out. Pulled back a little bit more than I thought, but ended up getting 6 points out of that, so up $120. We're now sitting just $24 shy of $2,000 on this account, or 1/3 of the way from my profit goal. Looks like I got out at the right time. Big pullback there. And now up $306 on this trading day, which includes the 190 from last night. So I know, G-Man, you said about no volume, but here's the thing. Even with no volume, it's going to go one way or the other, and I just felt like it was going to go long there. Oops. Let me take my supplements. I forgot to do that. And then we were ready to rock and roll even more. Question DWT, I don't do any stock trading at this point. Although when I see people talking about them, I do look at the charts and see how it would have fared with my strategy. But yeah, don't have any money to do stocks right now. But it looks like that would have been a fun day last couple days with BBBY. But everything else is doing, kind of ignoring everything besides the indices right now. Copper, that's an ugly looking copper chart. But last night, I'm upset with myself. While I was there messing with NQ, let's go back to last night. And look at this on copper. That would have been a 20 tick winner, which is $250. That would have been a 20 tick winner, $250. That would have been, I would not have gone 20 ticks, but hopefully I've been smart enough to get out in profit. And then this would have been a 20 tick winner, $200, $250. And then later on in the evening as well. But during the time I was trading on stream, three $250 winners while I was there messing with getting 4 points on NQ. So I was kind of upset with myself after going back and looking at it. I'm going to turn everybody into copper traders yet. UltraBond came down nicely overnight. Kind of sideways since. And there's copper popping up a little bit, but don't like it because of how yucky it's been. So we did bounce there on NQ, came back up to above my entry. That's okay. See, that's where I regret not going with two contracts there. I did, because of how slow and rangy it was. That's why I only went one contract. If I had gone two, I would have got out with one and then tried to hang on with the other. Gold's popping up here, but we have downward trending bands. Crude's trying to rebound here. So you see Crude's popped up here by about 30 ticks from where my entry point would have been. Overall, about 55 ticks. 55. We can't drive 55. Good morning, Borneo Bear. How are you doing today? Looks like NQ's trying to continue up here. We wait for our next opportunity. That was an interesting candle there on copper. Popped up by 13 ticks and then right back down. Pulling back again. So big bar, pull back, big bar, pull back. And when I say big bar, I mean they're like 5 and 7 points. So not huge bars by any means. I love this bar. So I'm happy so far with the P&L on the day. Pull back to the EMA. That was actually a trigger candle, real quick there. That happened really quick. Hey, money's problems? No, I don't look at VX at all. Just because I can't trade it on any of these programs. It was just barely a trigger candle, and it's kind of. We can look at VX in futures. Oh. Well, for some reason, in TradingView, it only lets me look at it on a daily time frame. Is interesting. I'll have to figure out why that is. I'm not sure why TradingView doesn't let me look at it on a different time frame. That's weird. It's all grayed out. Unless I had the wrong. I mean, let me just make sure I'm on the right. Yeah. What's that? No, that's not right either. Yeah, I have no idea why it's. That's weird. I'll have to find it on a different source. Good morning, Burl. How are you doing today? And we're just hanging on this EMA here. Like laundry on the line. And pop back up. Oh man. So you're telling me I got scammed when I ordered this crystal ball? It was even 10 easy payments at $29.99 each. Gold came back up to its EMA there and bounced down. So watching. Thank you for joining me this morning. Glad to have you here. Oh, I know. I'm just joking around. Money's problems. Yeah. I mean, obviously, having different tools definitely helps. It helps make the educated guesses or whatever you want to call it. My jokes are falling flat this morning, obviously. Think the crystal ball would have told me that that joke was going to fall flat. Anyway, so nice bounce down on gold off that EMA. Should have taken that short. Going 13 ticks. NQ sideways. Oh, no. I consider taking this here as well. Lots of considerations going on right now. It came down, barely broke the EMA there. Came back up. This technically was a trigger candle. It's come up 4 points. Obviously, we're not talking about big gains here. For the most part, yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at the charts and trading on the what I see on the chart, basically. And welcome. Thank you for joining us. My trades are really quick. For the most part, scalping. I do try to sometimes, stay in a trend, but so I'm looking both up and down. That's awesome, Burl. Yeah, sometimes sometimes I wish I could swing trade, but I don't know. Part of me thinks I will be always like obsessed there checking it, so probably better that I can't at this point. That's an interesting candle on copper. Wonder what the heck's going on with copper there. It's giving itself a mohawk. Natural gas, nice move down. Natural gas still has a 7-tick spread though. That's why I don't trade it. Don't even know why I watch it. Crude squeezy. Yeah, maybe back down here on the indices, getting this short signal, or getting this move short. I don't know whether or not it's just gonna stick yet. 30 seconds on this 1 minute candle. Big move down there, 1.5 on ES. 5 points on NQ. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Although, I mean, not last night, but the last 2 nights before that, I put trades on and went to bed. First time I've done that, and it's worked out each time. I got 40 points and 30 points on NQ, and I got 100 ticks on crude oil. So, I don't know. Taking did a limit order again. Darn it. I wish this would save me thing as a market order. Taking the short there, but I'm late now. See if that lateness costs me. It shouldn't, but we'll stop down to the top of that candle there. See if we get back here. I'm in on 2 contracts this time. Thank you for that reminder, Matt. Yeah, we may bounce here. So I would be up 4 points right now if I had gotten in on the right time instead of accidentally doing a limit order, exiting, canceling the order and going market. Pushing down. We're not going to go for a big profit target here, I don't think. Maybe I should have went for a very small profit target. Bouncy here. Pushing down. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Taking profit on one. Got a little over 5 points on that. Moving my stop to break even on the other. A little above break even. So playing with house money on this one. We'll trail it like I did the other one, popping back up. We'll get out before the news either way. Or I'll make the stop really tight just so if it bounces down fast, I can catch it. But it seems like it wants to bounce up here. G-Man, why are those smelters shutting down? I admit I don't follow that news that closely. It's trying to pop back up. I don't like giving back like this, even though it is a free trade basically. My strategy is very simple. Too simple sometimes, which is why I don't always trust it, even though I should. It's within a tick of my stop here. Let's see if it tickled my stop. Anyway, all I do, okay, you can see my 20 EMA. When it's white, it's sloping upward. When it's blue, it's sloping downward. I'm watching for a color change in the EMA and a candle that goes through that EMA, and then I enter on the next candle. Now I'm also looking at the Bollinger Bands. I don't like getting into any trade that's too close to the bands. Like back here when we're squeezing, I didn't touch any of those. And then I look at the Bollinger Band on the RSI down below just as another guide of where to get out more than when to get in, but also can sometimes play a reversal play. But in this case, it was just the break of the EMA for the move downward. But like here, you can see the color changed, and I did not take this trade here. Upward trending band, so it's going into these constricting bands, so I didn't take that. We're out of that trade. No, we're not. It did not stop me out there. Why isn't it? Oh, well, that sucked. Okay, we did get out of that trade. Oh, okay. I made a mistake. I forgot to change the amount on the order. So it didn't hurt me though. Got in and out at the same price there. Anyway, so we're now above $2,000 on this account. On the top step, we are now up $420 on the day. Badly managed trade on my part for not remembering to change the order once I got out with one. Still a winner. And we are just 15 seconds from the news. So yeah, very simple strategy there. Like right now, technically this is also a trigger candle back up. I am also looking at that yellow line. Ooh, darn! I should have stayed in that short. So there's the news. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have. Wildness on this news. I mean, not hugely wild. It went down. I went down 20 points, back up by 8, and it's still deciding which way it wants to go. Let's go check out what the news was. U.S. retail sales month over month. Actual is 0%. Forecast was 0.1. U.S. core retail sales 0.4%. Expected was negative 0.1. But ooh, down move. So 2 for 2 on trades this morning. I think I was 3 for 4 last night. So 5 for 6 so far today, including last night. Same trading day. Gold popping up. Nice G-Man. Crude still squeezing. See NQ's coming down. So the NQ did not like this news. How temperamental. We just hit new low a day. Look at that. On the hourly chart, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight red candles. So I gotta get better at reacting to when news comes out. This ended up being a red candle. It ended up being a type of candle I like. You can see I could have got a nice, beautiful trade here, but I just didn't. I don't react fast enough at times. I'm better at that now that I'm trading off a trading view, but still. So as it sits right now, I'm a little more than 1/3 of my way to my goal for the first step of Tostep combine. Oh, the gold did try to pop up there, and it's all up and down. Anyway, I know G-Man's taking some trades today. Anyone else taking a trade? How's everyone's P&L looking so far? There's Crude's woken up, down 30 ticks on this 5-minute candle. Who woke up the Crude? Dog. Bounce here on NQ and ES. And Kappa? What's Kappa doing? Oh, Copper's still ugly. NQ trying to pop back up here. Nice rebound. Back up by 9, back and then the 4. Nice job, G-Man. I'm hesitant. Technically a trigger candle, but the candle wick is bigger than the body, so I'm hesitant on this one. Wait for confirmation on the next one. See it pulling back. Wait for it to go green. It's blinking red and green. There. Taking that trade. Going long on NQ. See if we can get a move out of here. There we go. That wick went up to 41, so let's we'll see if we can get that. This might dump back down. No, maybe not. There we go. Quickly wicked up to 37. Let's see if we can get momentum here. Nope, getting beaten right back down. Crude. Let's see what Crude's doing here. Crude's popping back up. Uh, Flying right around my entry here. There we go. Now we're getting the momentum up. See if we can get back above. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. Great candle here, 8 points. First up, out on 10. So locked in over 10 points on that one. Actually locked in 10 and a half. Let's modify this order so I don't accidentally do what I did last time and let it fill me going backwards. Let's move our stop up to break even plus 1 or 2 ticks. Trail this sucker, or try to. It's toward the top, right at the Bollinger on the RSI. So I'm not going to give it a lot of room here. I mean, right now I have my stop at break even, but I'm still managing the trade where I'll just kill it if I feel it's going to pull back harshly here. Oh, that's harsh. I'll take that off the table there. So pull back about 4 points and I took it off. What's that? I probably paper handed. It might have been a 1 bar pullback. Got to get better at that. Got to get better at that. Or I need to start using 3 contracts, but we'll get there later on. Yeah. See, I paper handed. Let's see. But anyway. So that's another. We were at 420 net 748. So that was a $328 trade. Good morning, Babyfish. I apologize for last night for Sharevision. I was not seeing anybody chatting. I had to end up. Someone sent me a message on Discord finally, and I refreshed, and it I saw all the messages. I thought no one was there. So I did get out way too early here. Watch this. Watch this shake me out. I gotta get better at that. But still, $348 on that last trade. Now up 700 and what are we up? I just looked and I don't remember. $748.20 on the day. Tostep accounts now up $2,400 total. $2,418. This is trading day number 8 on that account. So right now I'm averaging about $300 a day. Yeah, I don't know why Sharevision wasn't showing it to me, but it was a Sharevision glitch. Once I refreshed the page, all the messages showed up, and nobody told, I didn't know. Finally, Matt sent me a message on Discord saying, because I kept saying, I can't believe there's nobody here. This is the first night I've ever seen like nobody. And finally, Matt sent me a message on Discord saying, hey, are you not seeing us? So yeah, if you're ever there and I'm not responding, send me a message on Discord and see if I'm having an issue. If there's a Sharevision issue. Yep. So I got shaken out of that trade, and I should not have. Now I'll be up 20 points. Obviously, still a win, still a good trade. But I'm here getting out with one so I can let one trail, and then getting out too quickly when I'm trailing. But so far, I'm very happy with this trading day. 6 out of 7 if you include last night, up to $748. After my huge day yesterday. Lots of good positive momentum. Gold popped up there as well. 5-point up, then following that up with a nice candle. So far I'm trading my strategy perfectly this morning. Entry here. Entry here. This was the only questionable entry, but it worked. That's a nice candle there. Definitely should have stayed in longer on that one. Now we're seeing a bit of a pullback again. So now we're kind of silent, waiting here. EMA, oh yeah, ES and NQ back down to their EMAs though. It's been kind of up, down, down, up. Definitely on morning, up, down, up. Slightly higher ups there. There's trying to bounce gold. I should have taken that gold move. Copper looks like now it won't. It's trying to move up. Treasuries are continuing to kind of grind down. Up. Let's see, there's another trigger candle back down. Now I do start getting a little hesitant when we keep going up, down, up, down. There it might be bouncing anyway. Let's look at it on the 5. Let's see what it's doing here. See, we're squeezing on the 5, and we're just sitting right above that EMA on the 5 as well. Do have downward trending bands here on the 5, so that's something to keep in mind as well. So anyway, babyfish, no, I wasn't ignoring you or anyone last night, and I do appreciate you stopping in. I did get the 30 views last night over there, so that was a good thing, and I really appreciate your support. And anyone who joins me in the evenings on Sharevision, for those of you unaware, I do stream the Asia session over on a platform called Sharevision. They're a startup company trying to become the YouTube of finance. And they pay me to stream as long as I get 30 viewers. Or 30 views. They have some issue. They're trying to improve. They have some issues with their platform, but it's been getting better. Nightbot's been posting the link for it. You want to join me over there? I am like the 3rd most followed channel there. That was a nice bounce there. Considered taking the bounce, but letting it kind of play here. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, babyfish, they kind of view as at least just being there for 30 seconds. So that's all I really need to I don't think their view counter worked. I know for a while their view counter wasn't working at all, and I was getting screwed totally. I think they fixed it now, but like if I look at it here, last night it says I got 40, but the night before it's only showing 21, 29 from Thursday. So I can views after the fact also count. So I need to pay people to go over and spend 30 seconds on some of my August videos. I appreciate that very much. Gold's continuing to grind up here, kind of consolidating here on the big indices, as we are about 40 minutes from the bell. 10 minutes from the top of the hour, crude desk opens. Right now, crude's kind of just there, not really doing anything. No bubbling crude. Up through the ground came a bubbling crude. Black gold. Texas tea. Up. Looks like we're trying to push up here. Okay. How come baby fish? Because of the FOMC meeting minutes, or for some other reason? Platinum made a beautiful move down there, middle of the night. Gold's been coming down. Silver, silver and gold. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if there was news or it was just, yes, Beverly Hillbillies. Now the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Hey, we haven't even looked at agriculture. Ooh, that was a nice move on ag. I don't usually pay attention to agriculture before that break because I'm afraid of forgetting to exit the trade in time. I hate that they may take that morning break. Oops. Wow, cool, awesome. We'll keep an eye on that. Right now we're kind of calmish. Yes, I'm creating words as we go. See natural gas pulling down. One day I'm going to surprise everyone and take a trade on natural gas. Oh, NASDAQ, quick move down there by 15 points out of the blue. Caught me unawares. It's hanging right on that band, so I'm watching but not jumping in here yet. Oh yeah, natural gas. Yeah, I saw that it was. I knew it was close. I thought it was like close to the highs from like 2008 or something like that. Ah, so I might have missed this here. This is already down 6 points. I don't like to chase, which is probably stupid because I probably would not even. There was also. But yeah, baby fish. I've only ever taken one trade ever on natural gas. It was like a $290 winner, but yeah, I don't. Natural gas seems a little wild for me, especially since it's still showing like anywhere between a 6 and 8 tick spread. Yeah, that's why I don't chase. You see it's hemming and hawing here. It would have been a nice quick 6 points down. Seeing it pull back by 2. I don't know. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret not taking this short, but there'll be more opportunities. That's the one issue with the 1 minute chart is that like I've got distracted looking at natural gas of all things there, and I missed what should have been my entry. But in a way, I keep telling myself missing by 1 minute shouldn't matter when I often work off a 5 minute chart. So I don't know. It's one of those things I fight with myself on. What I should do, honestly, is I should chart when I do my charting out. I should chart out by testing if I miss it by a minute, how often it affects. Yeah, it's I had charted out natural gas just out of curiosity and stuff in the past, and yeah, it definitely seems like it needs really wide stops, and it seems just like it would be yeah, a lot of anxiety to play. So I could have got in there still and still be profitable in a trade here. So missed opportunity. I I should have. I, it might continue to come down here, and I could maybe say that for 3 or 10 more candles. But yeah, I'm just not that point yet where I want to risk 1K on a trade. The fact that I'm risking 400 on NQ at times with 2 contracts at 10 points is still yucky for me. I keep forgetting about that actually. I need to remember, although I need to also check see if Tostep has that. But yeah, for now, I just stay away. Don't even remember why I decided to take the trade the one day I did take the trade on natural gas. Like I said, it was a win, but it's the only time I've ever traded that it wasn't in a sim account that didn't matter. Yeah, we did see this way. I didn't want to jump in there randomly. We did pop back up. Ended up coming down 10 points even if I would have came in a candle late. So my strategy would have worked there if I had gotten in where I should have. There I should have. There's the top of the hour. Crude popped up there right before the top of the hour. Back down on NQ. NES. Pull back there in Crude. Good morning, Ace. Babyfish, I'm always open to ideas. I will never say no to someone giving me an idea. I may decide not to use it, but I'm always open to hearing ideas. Ace, I'm doing very well. How are you doing? Excellent job, Matt. Yep. Everyone has a different style. There's literally hundreds of different ways to successfully trade. I So far on this trading day, I'm 5 for 6 and up $748. G-Man, Babyfish was a pit trader. Babyfish has been trading since 2001. Really, Ace? Ew, 2 a.m., yuck. That sucks, Ace. So anyway, let's remember to, respect one another and the different ways people trade. There's no single person here or in existence that knows every single indicator and every single way people trade. So let's not, call each other out about how things are used. So Ace, I have a bit of bragging to do to you because everyone else has already heard the story. Yesterday I hit the trade of a lifetime. Not of a lifetime. The best trade I ever did and managed. We're going to turn back time again. Turn back time. Yesterday in the afternoon, I entered this trade right about here. I just trailed it down perfectly all the way down to this little pullback. 80 points on NQ for a $1,600 win. Best trade I ever managed. Biggest profit I've ever done on a trade that didn't include my YOLO news strategy. It was beautiful. Stayed in it for about 13 minutes. 80 points exactly. It was wonderful. So I ended up finishing up by $1,630 yesterday, and I'm up by $748 today. The only thing I did wrong on that trade is I actually entered with 2 contracts and I paper handed the getting out on the first. I got out of the first contract at only 4 points. And then the second one I went 80. So, I could have held that first contract longer. But still, I got, getting out on that first one kind of gave me the confidence to just stay in the second one. So now on the Tostep account, right now I'm sitting up $2,400 since I started last Monday. So this is trading day number 8. I'm sorry to hear that, Ace. How bad is the delay? Oh, there's nothing going on right now. Let me bring up my own YouTube channel. And I'll try and figure out how bad the delay is without actually listening to myself. So I'll have to mute myself. Hey, Andrew. How's it going? Also, a reminder, folks, if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, show YouTube that you like me, you really like me, we can continue to grow. Meanwhile, I will try and see how long this delay is. Andrew, Ace, I was just saying about everyone respecting each other's trading style, and that nobody knows everything. Okay, let's see here. I now have my thing up. Let me go do something, and we'll see how delayed we are. Okay, there we go. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000, 11 1,000, 12 1,000, 13 1,000, 14 1,000. About a 14 to 15 second delay. That's bigger than it used to be. I'm not sure why. I will look to see if there's something going on my end, or something going on with YouTube with they're putting a bigger delay. Because it used to be 6 to 10 seconds on the delay. Just remember, don't be blindly following me or anybody else. My trades or whatever. None of my trades that I do are considered callouts. So, and no one should try to ever blindly follow me. Learn for yourself. But yeah, the YouTube delay is about 15 seconds right now. I'm not, like I said, I'll look to see if that's something on my end later or something on somebody else's end. Thank you very much, Casey. How you doing, man? I'll get that alert. I use that alert to test the delay. And whoever the new subscriber is, thank you. I see we're up to 894 now. Oops. There we go. Trigger candle there on NQ, but it hasn't really gone anywhere, and I was testing the delay thingy. Yeah, absolutely no. Oh, RJ. See, I should have waited to tell the great trade story until RJ got here. Or were you here? Did you hear my trade from yesterday, RJ? Yeah, I seem to have refound my mojo after losing it from Monday. Okay, sorry guys. We're gonna turn back time once more. RJ, I hit the best trade I ever managed yesterday. We're gonna turn back time. Oh, I know. You're all good, G-man. I was just making sure. Sometimes I just remind people it is the internet. We can't always tell intent and emotion in and yeah, RJ. Sharevision was not showing me the chat. I thought nobody was there. I thought nobody was chatting until finally someone sent me a message on Discord. Matt LaRocco sent me a message on Discord saying, "Hey, are you not seeing our messages?" So I had to refresh, and then I seen everybody's messages. But for the first 2 hours, I had no idea anyone was messaging, chatting. So anyway, yesterday afternoon, I was just kind of watching, and I saw this move here. I got in right around this area right here, and I trailed this move all the way down to here. Got out here with my trailing stop, but I was manually managing the trailing, and I nailed 80 NQ points. $1,600 trade. It's beautiful. It was just absolutely the best trade I've ever managed. It's the most money I've ever made on a trade that wasn't one of my YOLO new strategies. It was just an absolute 80 points exactly on the second contract. I paper handed the first contract and got out after 4 points. But yeah, a $1,600 trade yesterday afternoon, 13-minute long trade, and it was just beautiful. Yes, it is a horrible platform. Thank you, RJ. Yeah, it was just wonderful. I was very happy. And today's been going very well. I am 5 for 6 for up $748. Currently, we're up, down, up here. It's trying to pop back up. I like that setup. Don't like that we're 15 minutes from the bell, though. Sorry, as for Sharevision, yeah, it's not a great platform. I wouldn't be there if they didn't pay me to stream. And eventually, hopefully, what I'll do is once I'm making enough money from trading and such, I'll probably move the evening streams to YouTube eventually, and probably honestly I'll probably cut them down to like 3 times a week instead of 5 nights a week. Because honestly, streaming an average of 6 hours a day is a little much. Hey, Black Beauty, tell Weenie I said hi. Good luck on Crude today, Black Beauty. I think he's just hanging there on a DMA. I got my finger on the trigger in case it does want to go long here. But we'll see. Got my finger on the trigger. Some traders wonder why. But trading NQ, it's do or die. UltraBond. Ooh, big move down on the bond there. 13 ticks. But would have been a nice catch there going up. 8-tick move up there. Blue Dog Group. I still have the account. Yes, it's taking a back seat now, mainly concentrating on Tostep at this point. And I feel like I'm hyper today, and I don't know why. I feel like I'm talking fast. I apologize if I'm talking fast and talking too fast. See, this is where, with my strategy, I got to be careful not to get chopped out. You see, it sent trigger candle there, technically trigger candle there, trigger candle here. It didn't take any of them. This is the best one I like so far, but not really jumping in either any of these. Small $750 winner. Seriously, excellent job, babyfish. Good work. So, looks like that, the third time was the charm there. Up, down, up, down. Just, I wasn't sure. It's come down 5 points. We are like 12 minutes from the bell. So, time for me to get the Coke Zero. No, not yet. Blue Dog. The little bit I've been trading it so far, I've gone the wrong way on it. And like I said, at this point, I'm mainly focused on Tostep, and first, I perceive Tostep to be my main account going forward, especially with the changes that are coming. Still can't reveal those. Hopefully, Tostep soon reveals those. Good reminder there, babyfish. Crude inventories at 10:30 Eastern. Also, we have a Fed speaker right at the bell. The Fed's Bowman is speaking right at the bell. Hey, Gary. Hope you're doing well today. Your crude is very choppy. Here, had that one big move down and it's chop, 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 chop. Chop like Ginsu knife. See, even here, again, this could have chopped me out here on NQ. So just hanging on the EMA, not getting any follow through. Up, down, up, maybe? 8 minutes to the bell. Hello, the world above. And Q maybe is trying to push up here, but still in this rangy range. And the funky bunch. I never picked cotton. Good morning, Crypticon. But apologize for last night. Sharevision was not showing me that people were chatting. So I had no idea until Matt LaRocco sent me a message about 2 hours into the stream asking if I was seeing everybody's messages. And then I had to refresh the stream and there everybody's messages were. So I wasn't ignoring y'all. Cotton. Just curious now. Cotton on ice or NYMEX? Oh, I see it. Well, but seriously, anybody that has me in any way to contact me, if you see, that if I'm not talking or if I'm not acknowledging people that are chatting, send me a message on Discord or wherever you can message me and let me know. I literally, I mean, I thought no one was there last night. I mean, it was showing viewers, but I couldn't understand why people weren't talking. But I was actually thinking, maybe it's time to start not even bothering with these evening streams. Okay, that's what I thought. Ice. But I saw the NYMEX ticker there, so I was confused. There we go. So what's gotten Cotton all excited? Does this mean my Q-tips are gonna get more expensive? How am I gonna clean my ears? Hello, Frederick. Ooh, quick 16, 18, 20 point move down here on NQ here, 5 minutes before the bell. Ice, ice, baby. Hey, Zabak. Crude is grinding up here now. It's actually come up about 70 ticks. That was a trigger candle on NQ, but we're too close to the bell. Right near the low of the day on NQ. 505 is the low of the day. So we do have the bell coming up. Remember, we're on about a 15-second delay. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's YouTube. So you'll see the bell's reaction 15 seconds late. Wow, that's worse than Starbucks. Actually, I really don't know if that's worse than Starbucks, but I've never in my life had Starbucks. Never been to a Starbucks, never had anything from Starbucks. Wonder why it's so bad. I will be researching this after the stream today to figure out why we're up to 20 seconds. Yeah, seriously, babyfish, I've never had Starbucks. I'll try and figure out. I know I remember a couple weeks ago, Weenie was having a really bad delay as well, and he restarted the stream. I don't know if that made it any better. But I'll definitely work on this after stream today, see if I can figure out what the problem is. I don't think it's anything I'm doing. You know, one of the reasons I got rid of Restream and stopped streaming to Twitch was because of the delay. i9 9900 with 64 gigabytes of RAM. There's the bell. Popping up. Wow, that totally caught me off guard. Uh, Popping up here, about 12 points, 3 points on ES. Okay. No, nothing to be sorry about. I loved it. You definitely, obviously, that was great. That was absolutely wonderful. So up, down, left, right, A, B, start. Ah. Nice, G-Man. Good job. NQ up and down. ES. Moved it over to the 5-minute chart. It's up about 3 points. NQ's giving back what it got in the first candle there. Showing red. Remember I showed earlier that the last time we had FOMC meeting minutes, the open was absolutely just 100% Chop Fest City. Chop City, USA. Up and down, left and right. That was quite the candle there on the one. There we go. Now we're getting big move up. 7 points up on ES. NQ trying here. It's up 20. Watching. ES maybe a little bit stronger here than NQ, but both are green. Gold pulling back. Crude kind of is there. Up 8 points here on the ES. NQ pushing up. Pull back there though. Yep, pull. NQ just pulled back by 12. On the 5-minute candle, it's up just 12, and then it's pulling back even more now. Back below the EMA on the 5. Thank you for that reminder, Eric. Definitely would appreciate people hitting that like button. Continuing to grind toward that subscriber milestones. NQ trying to get back below the EMA here on the 1-minute chart. So far bouncing. And ES is up 5 points on this opening 5-minute candle. And there we do have the bounce back up on NQ. Gold dropping here by about 4 points. Crude just dropped by about 40 ticks. Remember, folks, if you have 40 ticks, you should get checked for Lyme disease. And now we're back under the EMA on the 1. On this opening 5-minute candle, NQ is now only up 10 points. Struggling to move up. Kind of like me when I try to get up. It's definitely a struggle. ES up 6 points, 6.5. Oh, wow. So we ended up closing that 5-minute candle on NQ only up 2 3/4 points. ES ended up closing 5 points up. I appreciate it, Eric. I appreciate it a lot. There's NQ trying to reverse back up 23 points. Should have taken this ES here. ES is the stronger one, and it's up 4 points here in this opening minute of this 5-minute candle. There's NQ finally taking off, 30-point candle. So now we have momentum up. Consider taking that long there, but with NQ lagging, it kind of threw me off. Let's go back to a 1-minute chart and see what we can see. Wow. Yeah, that was a 45.1-minute candle. Pulling back again by 15. Gold also sent a good signal there. I could have taken that as well. I do gotta get better at playing these the first few minutes after the open. Taking what it gives. Taking what it's given because I'm working for a living. You should definitely short the Pop-Tart. Those are so unhealthy. But the dog walks, that's a good healthy exercise. Good morning, CFT. How goes the day so far besides the dog walks? Good job, Zor. And welcome. I haven't seen your name in a while. How you been doing? So just to recap for the new people that have just come in, I'm 5 for 6 on the day, up $748. Now up, keep forgetting, $2,400 and I'm sorry, $2,418.20 on the Tostep account. Looking for some opportunities to get some more. Definitely missed this opportunity on gold here, though. And we see NQ here is giving back more than half of that big candle up. ES also pulling back pretty harshly here. Yep. Possible trigger candle in NQ. Do I trust it? Do I trust it? I don't know. It's still above the EMA on the 5, but it's really, wow, it's really giving back here. Okay, so that is a trigger candle, but it's popped green, back up green right away. So holding off to see whether it comes back down. Take that. Messed up again, but that was okay. Keep forgetting to hit market order there. But it might have saved me anyway. Let's see. It's indecisive. So we'll wait. We shall wait. It's the UltraBond. The UltraBond's making a move here as well. That's a trigger candle. Copper. Beautiful move there. Missed that. Metals are dropping. I forget who mentioned metals earlier. I think it was G-Man. Oh yeah, and Babyfish said we're going to have a big range on gold. Taking this short here on NQ. Oh wow, holy Hannah. Oh my goodness. Out with one, up $500 on the second. Got 23 points out with $460 on one. Look at this runner. Did I just say holy Hannah? Out with the second one there. Bouncing back up. Wow. Holy guacamole. Now up $1,670 on the day. It's my second straight $1,600 day. Up $3,340 on the Tostep account total now. Wow, I'm stunned. I entered that trade like exactly the right time. Holy crap. And I should have stayed in, obviously. I still gotta get better about staying in these trades, but wow. I got out at 97. You can see it's come down another 10 points, but oh my god. One day maybe I will one day maybe I will actually not like act all surprised when stuff like that happens and act like I've been here before, but wow. Ah. Yeah, Hannah Montana. Wow. And I mean, I did obviously I could have got more, a little bit more out of that trade, but it is kind of hesitating here, so I'm not upset where I got out. Really, that ended up being a little over $900 total between the two contracts. Wow. ah. Still coming down, but like I said, I'm not unhappy about getting out there. Now I just gotta keep my head in the game and not get overly exuberant. What is my broadcast schedule? Every morning here on YouTube, starting at 7:30 Eastern to 11 Eastern. I'll go longer if there's something exciting happening, but 11's where I usually call it. And then I also do the Asia session on Sharevision. I go live at 7:45 Eastern until about 10 Eastern to 11 to 10:30 Eastern, unless something exciting is happening. And then I do two special streams a month that are extended streams. One is the non-farm payroll day, which is usually the first Friday of the month. I'll do a London session for that. I'll start at 2 a.m. Eastern and I'll stream to 11 a.m. Eastern. And then on regular FOMC day, not the meeting minutes like today, but the regular FOMC, I will stream all day from 7:30 Eastern until 2:30, 3 o'clock Eastern. So I can honestly say I've never in my life had two back-to-back days like this. I mean, I've never had a $1,600 day before except for that one weird day that I caught that $5,800 move and had to lose 4,600 of it. But this is absolutely amazing. I am now more than halfway to my first step of the top step goal. And Q did pop back up. That's technically a trigger candle. Sharevision. They're trying to become the YouTube of finance. They're a startup company. They they leave something to be desired, but they pay me to stream as long as I get 30 viewers per stream. They're like so that's why I stream the Asia session over there. Uh, if you can scroll up a bit, Nightbot has the link to it. I can get the link here in a minute as well. Here's the direct link to my channel. Excuse me, Mel Gossip. I am using a trading plan, and I'm trading my strategy. My strategy is very simple, and I've every trade I've made today, I've made based on that strategy. Trade I made yesterday was on my strategy. Hello, Willis. I use Streamlabs OBS. Or I guess they just call it Streamlabs now. They dropped the OBS because they don't want to be confused with the other OBS. So, why did I get in here where I did? This candle was my trigger candle, but I did it. I waited. I expected this little bit of a pullback, waited for confirmation, and then once this candle started forming red, I got in after it went back down below this candle. Now I got in a little late because I accidentally set a market. I'm in a limit order, erased the, cut it, and then re-entered as a market. Just like back here, I'll show you my wins and show you my strategy. I don't like being called lucky. Trigger candle here, entered on this candle, exited here. Trigger candle here, entered here, exited here. And trigger candle here, this was the only iffy one. It ended up working out. But yeah, trigger candle here, came up through, dealt with some chop, got out. Told us what, the world above? Morning, Wiser. So now this one, why didn't I jump on that one? We were below this line here, my RSI line, basically not RSI, but Bollinger Band EMA, and I wanted to see it head up more. We were downtrending on the band, so I felt like we were more likely to continue to downtrend, which we have. I should have played the bounce down. It's come down 20, 25 points. So I should have played that bounce down, and once it, because technically this was a trigger candle, but I didn't like it there, and then it reversed with it, gave me another trigger. I should have taken that, but I could have got another 20 points. Excellent job, Matt. Crude popped back up. Technically, the trigger candles I had the most problem with, and I blew up gold instead of crude. This was technically a trigger candle, but just barely. Obviously, it was perfect. Both of these would have worked, but they just barely were touching. So those are the ones I hesitate on. But both of these would have worked perfectly on crude. The That's my simple strategy for the most part. Looking at when the EMA changes slope and a candle pierces it, and then deciding if that's a trade I want to take once it does. That's my simple strategy now. And that's what's really starting to work for me. It's finally something I can feel consistent in. I still need to be confident in it. And that's always been my issue. It's never been my strategies. It's always been just taking the trades. I need to hit $6,000 twice. Right now I'm at 3,340 on step one, so a little more than halfway there. Just halfway there. Oh. Sorry. So yeah, a little more than halfway. I really like to finish step one this week, and I want to finish. Actually, I said I wanted to get step one and step two done by September 2nd, which is my 1 year streaming anniversary. Also, my overnight London session stream. But I mean, if I could finish step one by the end of this week, it's possible I could get there quicker. I just got to be not like I can't try and force it. Trigger candle there on NQ popping up. Now we're kind of hanging around that EMA, so I was kind of hesitant. But I like the way it did dip down and then back up. See where it goes, see if I should have taken it. This strategy of mine provides usually anywhere between 10 and 15 opportunities on NQ during my stream time, and can over the course of the 8 hours from 7 till 3, the market's open about 30 different opportunities just on NQ. So if you miss one, there's going to be another one around the corner. Meanwhile, this was a miss. It's gone up 16 points. Not only 16, I should say only 16, like I'm no longer happy with 16 points. Obviously I am, but see these bands are starting to kind of close in. If you look at a 5-minute chart over here on ES, that looks like a horrible chart. I'm not even sure what the NQ chart looks like on the 5-minute. Oh, yeah, see the 5-minute chart looks absolutely horrible. I would not have been able to trade that off the 5-minute. But the 1-minute has been providing the opportunities. Well, thank you, CFT. I appreciate that. CFT, a wonderful supporter of this channel, a wonderful friend. Definitely thank everyone for joining me today. See 34 people here. It's a pretty big number. And yes, this was definitely a miss here. So I still got to get comfortable with these. I still hesitate, even though I see that winning, and I do the back testing and see how often it wins. But look at this. This should have been a beautiful trade. Almost 30 points there. And like I said, I should have played this bounce down. You can see how many times this strategy gives opportunity, especially on a 1-minute chart. See, that would have been 25. This could have been at least 28. Obviously, I caught that most of that candle, that big move down. So right there, this is just in the last 20 minutes, 3 different entries that would have been profitable. So even if I had gotten faked out with this one and taken this one, it would have been 3 wins, 1 loss. Hey, 388 isn't bad. And we have a 1 bar pullback and moving up. Absolutely, and Willis, always feel free to ask questions. The main reason I started this stream just under a year ago was to try and help people out, even as I was growing. Like I said, I understand the trading for the most part. It's more psychology for me, and I'm starting to get that now as well. But I mean, I understand most of the concepts, and we have a great group of people here that will also willing to help out. Great traders that will answer any questions you have. Lots of experience here. Babyfish, G-Man, Mr. G when he's here, Matt LaRocco, Ace, RJ, all these are wonderful people that are willing to help in any way. And also the thing I like about the strategy I'm using now, it's repeatable. It's very simple for the most part. So it's something that I could teach to people. I don't want anyone blindly following me, but I'll love to be able to teach a strategy if it ends up being something that works long term for me. Teach it as so they can repeat it themselves. Speaking of Mr. G, good morning. Crude oil has inventories in 30 minutes. Remember that, be careful. And crude oil explosions are terrible to put out. Gold popped back up and then trailing down again. NQ pulling back to its EMA. What's everything else doing? Earlier, let's see, I said UltraBond was coming down there, and it did by like 6 or 7 ticks. Oh yeah, Canadian futures trader is an awesome trader. The man bought a Porsche with his trading wins. Good luck. See, natural gas is kind of floating down. NQ back to the EMA. This is where I start getting a little bit hesitant because there's no trending here. It's only going up 4 or 5 candles and coming right back down. Eventually, one of these is going to fail. But you can see here in the 5 minute, it's actually trigger candling. Hey, yeah, I just made up that term. Here on the 5 minute as well. See, this is why I was a little hesitant, and I'm good. Watch to see if it breaks this moving average on the RSI. Bollinger's. Right now it's hanging right above. Big cross there. With these upward trending bands. So I've gotten hesitant here now. That one would have went 9 points. That would have been a tougher one to deal with. Seems like it wants to come back up with these upward trending bands. So I'm definitely hesitant and for good point. John, no, I don't do that for the meeting minutes. I only do that for the regular FOMC. Meeting minutes don't seem to be as big of an event, so. How's your trading today, John? So this is that back up. This ended up being a trigger candle back up, and it would have been a good one. I just this is where it starts getting a little bit tricky, but you can see again, this would have been another good trade. So I've missed a couple of good trades since. I'm still kind of stunned by that big win. So maybe I got to get better at rebounding after events like that. Nice job, John. So it was a nice bounce here, up 12, up 5, so 17 points up. So you can see I've missed some good trades. You can see how this strategy works. I'm a little hesitant when it starts doing it this quick because yesterday I got chopped out trying to do quick up and down and ended up taking like 5 losses in a row. But these would have been good trades. And I admit, being up $1,600 on the day, I really don't want to give anything back. But yet, that's a weird mentality to have because what's the difference if I take a trade now and give back, or if I never take another trade today and the first trade I take tomorrow gives back, you know? Finished the night last night up $190, John. And this morning now, total between last night and this morning, I'm up $1,600. Second straight $1,600 day. 1,670 so far today. Uh, it looks like it's trying to break out here. 5 point candle to the upside on the S on the 5 minute chart. Definitely missed this opportunity here. Almost 30 points. Great job, Babyfish. Congratulations. So, yeah, John, I am now up $3,340 on the Tostep account, which is more than halfway to that first target. Yeah, yeah, you just missed it, John, by about 20 minutes. I took this short here right before this candle broke out. Wrote it down, caught 23 points on 2 different contracts. So about an $840 trade there. I was already up 700 and some on the day. I think I'm like 7 for 8 on the trading day now. That takes a brave man, babyfish. Crude to 90.60. Ooh, that'll be a big move up. You think it's gonna boom at on inventories, Mel Gossip? Pull back there on NQ, so got about 25 points. That seems to be the range it's going right now. Let me go quick gander at my stats. Pretty sure. Let's see. No data. Why is there no? Oh, that's why. Yep. I'm 7. It says 7 for 7. Yeah, 7 for 7 this morning, 3 for 4 last night. So I'm 10 out of 11 on trades. Although I think it's groupings. I think some of those should be grouped together. I don't think I've taken that many trades. But yeah, I hit 460 and 470 on 2 contracts on that last trade. So absolutely wonderful morning here for me. Okay, continue to watch crude oil. See 20 minutes of crude oil inventories. Now see, this is why I'm getting hesitant on NQ. Obviously, these all would have worked for 20 points, which would have been beautiful. Could have nailed 400, 400, 400. This came back down again with these uptrending bands. See, the short that would not have worked there, and I didn't take it, obviously. That would have been a bad short. So far, this is not going down with any velocity based on this candle. Let's look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes, an ugly looking chart. It also signaled there, though. So let's see what it does, see if it continues down. But momentum seems to want to go up. Gotta catch my breath. I'm talking a lot. That should make people happy. Well, I mean, if I use my strategy on Crude, let's look at it here. This is on the 5 minute. This would have been a trigger candle, and this would have been a trigger candle, and both of those would have been 30 tick winners, or this one's obviously going more. This choppiness earlier, I wouldn't have felt comfortable with. Technically, right there, that was a trigger candle, but I would have waited until after the Crude desk opens. That would have been a trigger candle there, but I wasn't awake for that one. But let's go to a 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart, trigger candle there. Beautiful, a bit of nice move. trigger candle there, pulled back, and then boomed. That would have been great. Trigger candle there. Would have been a little hesitant because it got down into the bands. Trigger candle there. Beautiful trigger there for a move up. Smaller moves back then though. This would have been awesome right here. I even marked this one out. Trigger candle. Just my new favorite term. And this one would have went 35 ticks. So yeah, I have charted out Crude. So I should not have hesitated on NQ. I don't know. Obviously my mindset has changed since I got that big win. Because I'm really hesitant now. And it's stupid. Because since that win there, like I said, this would have been a 20-pointer, this would have been a 20-pointer, this would have been a 20-pointer, this would have been a 30-pointer. More, look at that. So this day, right now, 400, 800, 1200, 1800, I could have, be close to a a $3,000 day. But I got hesitant. This is still going down. I think this will change. Obviously, I've already been seeing a change where I'm more willing to take trades. So I just need to get used to this whole winning thing. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I've one of the most one of the harshest things in my mind is giving back, and it's like it's just that feels more frustrating than just outright losing. See this one? I mean, this was just another beautiful move. 40 some points now. So yeah, I mean, you guys are both right. Dakota, I agree with that, but it's the other mindset though is, I mean, you see here, this would have been 4 wins in a row. If I had taken this one, there might have been a loss in there, so 4-1 maybe. But I'm just as likely to you know what's the difference if I take a losing trade now and give back versus I stop for the day and the first trade I take tomorrow is a losing trade. It's the same overall result. Ace, did you get 2 points? Yes, we have Crude report in 15. Uh, you know, earlier, well, actually over the weekend, or no, Monday. Was it Monday? One day, I went back and I tested this strategy over like 6 or 7 days, and the win rates, yeah, here it is, from 7:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. I tested it, and over those 6 days, and I got 15 and 4, 16 and 4, 21 and 7, 19 and 6, 22 and 7, and 21 and 10. So it has like a 65% win rate overall, and that's with a more than 1-to-1 R. uh, he was hiding from the family that he picked up at 2 a.m. this morning. So now we wait. That move ended up going down about 50 points. But you see how simply the other thing that messes with my mind, and as weird as it is, it does, is this strategy, just like my super trend strategy, which also always show good testing results, seems too simple. It's like, I hear all these people, these big complicated strategies looking at volume area, points of control, and all this other stuff, looking at the VIX, looking at this, looking at that, looking at like 10 things, and this seems too simple. Like, why it just, I don't know. But yet, I don't see why it would not continue to work long term. And Zabak and Mel Gossip, definitely right here about Crude out. Yeah, RJ, don't you use like fibs and all that? See, to me, that's complicated. Well, I used to try throwing darts at the screen, but I went through too many screens. Yeah, I never thought to actually switch to Nerf darts. So this is Crude on the 1 minute. This is a nice simple strategy. See, I don't like big candles like this. You can see it pull back. She pulled back and gave back that whole candle. But then this would have been my next trigger. You can see here, 20 point stop, 20 tick stop, 20 point stop would be way too big. And you can see, look at this go. It's going up almost a full point. And so this strategy also works on almost, I haven't seen it not work on an asset. And I've even tested it on stocks. I like to check out what stocks have been breaking out and see how I would have traded it. Technically, that was my trigger candle. That's even better. Crude bursting up here before inventories. Great calls by the oil people. Yeah, good job there, G-Man. See that ES is heading up. And this strategy also, it works on multiple time frames. If I switch to a 5 minute here, it would have gotten a little ugly. But like you can see here, right here, perfect trigger candle for that start of that move down. And one of my goals is to, obviously I wasn't awake for this, but if I had been, is to stop worrying about trailing the stop and just watching the EMA the entire way down. We had one little burst of the EMA, which I would not have gotten out on because it hit the upper Bollinger on the RSI. And I could have just went down. And once I started seeing this, I probably would have got out. I don't really want to wait until it turns white to get out because that's giving back a lot. But even so, if I hadn't, look at this. Short position starting there. Just following that EMA down, even if I had given back, it would still be about 115 points. Now let's see the 1 minute though. If we turn back time, you can see the 1 minute would have actually been the trigger candle there, and it would have actually been, we would have got an extra 7 points. Not that 7 points is much, but still. Awesome, RJ. But you also look. I mean, when I'm doing this, I'm very rarely looking at levels. But I know you look at levels. You expected to get to, if bulls get in control. You expected to get to. Although I do admit that when you talk about levels, it gives me more confidence sometimes in a trade. Crude up over 88. Yeah, it's gonna frustrate me when that this is, not frustrate. That's the wrong word, but it's just gonna be. I'm gonna be so mad at myself when all this starts working, and I realize that if I had just trusted it 6 months ago, I'd be 6 months further ahead. Because I mean, the system isn't much different than when I was trying. You still see my super trend signals on here, even though I'm no longer using them. I should just take them off. But that was what I was basing it on before, and I was getting backtesting was showing me great win rates with that as well. So I should have listened to Zabak and the others and gotten in on Crude. And I do understand support and resistance, and I do talk about it, when we get there as well. So, I do look at that. It's not like I don't know, that stuff. I will say that when I do the back testing and do, if I go back and start marking off these things, I don't look at those at all. I just look at the raw trigger candles. But when I'm live trading, I'm definitely looking at those, looking at, is it butting up against an area we were before? AQ's trying to pop back up here, seeing it turning white, but we have these bands that are starting to constrict. See, and that's another thing, one of the things I've been really learning lately, and I don't know why it took so long to realize this, that when things are starting to constrict, it's less likely to continue going. It's more likely to start ranging for a bit before it goes. So it's something I've been watching as well. Like here, these bands are constricting, so I would not take this candle expecting it to pull back first and hem around like it did. Yep. The only problem, I really do love NQ for that. A little bit of a pullback on oil here before the inventories. It's just the only problem with NQ is those the the bounciness. So you need the wider stops. Because it can have just the smallest little seizure in knocking out. And I admit, I don't look. I used to look at volume. I don't look at volume. I mean, I have it up the top of the screen. You can barely see it, top of the chart. And maybe it's something I should look at more, but it doesn't. I mean, even with zero volume, you expect it to go somewhere eventually. And I got that first win today, when there was very little volume. Oil pulls back here. Oil pulled back 50 ticks that quick. Inventories in 30 seconds. Oh yeah, no, G-Man, I appreciate that. I was not trying to. I appreciate all your input. I never try to contradict or. I just, I just go on my thoughts of what you say as well. Just where my brain is at on stuff. Yep, it's trying to bounce. Yeah, big bounce there. Right before inventories. Wow, huge bounce right before inventories. Oh no, I'm sorry, we are on an inventory candle. Oops, I'm an idiot. I lost track of time. So on inventories, we're up 70 ticks. Let me go see what the news was. Oil inventories actual negative 7.056 million. The forecast was positive 0.8 million. That seems a rather huge miss. Big 1 point candle here. Egg Hughes trying to bounce down. Let's look at crude. Look at that. Wow. Above 89. Excellent. Congrats, Gossip. So up 111 ticks, pulling back here a little bit on the second candle. Yeah. Indices. Ooh, indices. We just went down. NQ and ES just popped down here. Trigger candle on the 5-minute on ES. NQ still floating. Is down low a day. I didn't realize that. We're now at lower than any point since Friday. Today has definitely been a better day than the last FOMC meeting minutes day. And again, great call by Gossip and Zabak and the other oil traders. A half hour left on the stream. Obviously, I've gotten a little bit conservative here. But I feel I put myself in a good place for the rest of the week. Part of me wants to take this short. Let's see what it's looking like on the 5. Ooh. It's weaker than ES, definitely. Not taking this here. Where I've been getting in trouble, yeah, with my trading is not following this plan in like here. I believe this is going to continue down. So I try to guess that it's once it goes below this level here, I try to take short. And it seems like I get in trouble with that more often than not. And see why that would have got me in trouble there. We see the pop up. Now we're just kind of hanging. So after that huge move up, you see Crude's pulled back. Hit a high of 89.16, pulled all the way back down to 88.32. So almost a full move back, a full point move back down. See if it bounces here. So yeah, and now I mean, obviously this would have worked. I don't know. See, I would have tried to get once. I would have jumped in when it hit 68, 60, 67, 68, and obviously I would have worked there. But more often than times than not, it seems like I botched those trades. The better candle, I should have got in here. We were squeezing, you see the constriction, and then we got dilation, and this should have been my trigger candle for this move down. Could have got in around 80, and we're down to 48 now. So another 30-point trade right there. Today, though, I will admit, making $1,600 a day is kind of exciting. I would not mind doing it every day. And we are going lower here. This is low. We'll continue to make new lows of the day. Let's check out our hourly chart here. Lines, lines, everywhere there's lines. As you can see, we burst through Monday's lows. This is Friday. Next major support 364. Just straight down here. Free falling. $1,600 a day, 252 trading days in a year, comes out to $403,000 a year before taxes. Bounce here now. NQ back up by 11. Crude oil leveling out. Maybe bear flagging here. I mean bull flagging. Bull. Before heading back up. I forget who called it earlier as a Bach or Gossip that said 90 something profit target. Good luck on that, G-Man. Good job. We're making money. How's everyone else doing? I know Matt said he was up. Ace was hiding behind his computer. G-Man's been getting wins. Know that we have a bunch of oil traders doing well. Babyfish passed an evaluation. Dakota, I don't think I heard from you today. How's UB treating you? I mean, I've heard from you, but not how you've been doing. John was up some today. Zor said he was taking profits. Good job, RJ. Crude oil actually broke. That's a trigger candle on crude. This is where I do struggle also when a bunch of people in the chat are saying one thing and my chart's saying that right now I should go short on crude. But I'm kind of like everyone else saying, they expect it to go up, and it's people I respect. So I'm not going short on crude here. I'm just going to watch. Meanwhile, this is a nice bounce on NQ. Low of 436 and a quarter, 435 and a quarter, all the way back up to 72. So about 30, almost a 40-point bounce.
So popping up there, technically a trigger candle there on NQ, but and if I jumped in there, I would have got 10 points. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I have not taken any trades, even though the setup's been there in an hour. So this one came right back down, but I could have got a quick 10 points. Or maybe it's coming right back down. But I'm not that disappointed. Like I said, I'm up $1,600. That's a great day, any day of the week. So I will get better at this shock, not being so shocked about a big win that I kind of freeze in place. It's all part of the journey. Not only learning the technicals, or not technicals, but the trading plan and the strategy, but also the mental aspects of it. It's seriously for everybody. Before you, excuse me, before you got into trading, did you have any clue how much psychology and mentality was involved in it? Because you just don't think that's a big part of the equation when you first hear about trading. I certainly didn't think it. I just thought it was figuring out what way the market's going and trying to make the right plays. And honestly, to be very honest, if I had known how much psychology played in it, I may have never started because confidence and self-esteem have never ever been a positive attribute of mine. So knowing that was something I was going to have to develop was definitely yeah, and I agree with that, Gossip. It does, but I just didn't, I didn't. When I first started this journey, I would have never thought that this was a big part of it. And obviously, like I said, I may have never started had I realized it. But I do think it does help in other areas of life. CNQ's trying to push up here, slightly downtrending bands, but very slightly. So absolutely fun day, irregardless of the fact that I haven't taken a trade in an hour, and there was multiple trades to take. One, two, three, four, at least five. It's coming back down now here though. That's what I was thinking I might try to do. But it's unsure. Move that out of the way for a minute. This right here, is often a reversal type candle. So, and it has reversal typed. So it's just hanging here. Very smaller, very small candles right now. Last call for thumbs up for the like the channel, like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. Do appreciate all of you being here today, being part of my excellent day. Hopefully many more excellent days to come. Have a great day, John. See you tonight if you're around. Yep. See, I gotta get my head back on straight. After that win, I'm just way too hesitant. Trigger candle here again. I could have got 10 points. So honestly, I could be up another 100 points today. Or more. This is now gone 17 points. What's the UltraBond doing? Ew. UltraBond, I don't like that chart. See if it looks any better on the one. Really doesn't look any better on the one. Points on NQ is $2,000. Yeah, I'll probably take a nap. Actually, I gotta figure out what's going on with this delay on YouTube. I gotta do some research on that. See, yep, this is continuing down. Let's see where this goes. See if it gives us 30. I love 30 points on NQ. I'm not sure why. 30's always been my go-to goal, but it's usually 20 points is a better goal during the day. I have about 10 minutes left, a little less. Just watch where that goes. So if I now need 2,700 just about to pass step one of the top step. So that means the average of, if I try to do it by the end of the week, I need 1,350 each day. Doable. Now look at that. It did give me 30. Wow. So this would have gave me 30 points, and it's still going. Watch me take every trade tomorrow. Now that all my signals. Let's go back. This is the win. This is the win. This could have faked me out. So let's just call this a loss. Just we'll be very, very lenient with calling losses here. 10-point loss. So that's what I do, a 10-point stop. So let's make sure none of these others would have stopped me out. Nope. 24 points. So let's say 20. 20 win. 20 win. So we're at 40 points minus 10, 30 points. Let's say we lose another 10 here, so 20 points. Let's say 20 points here. This is not including any runners. So 40 points. Let's say 20 points, 60 points, 80 points, 100 points, just getting 20 points thing. But let's say this would have also been 72 up to 84. So that wouldn't have been a loss or a win. So yeah, this could have been at least 100 more points. And most likely if I held the runners, because one of them went 50, this one's gone 40. This could have been another 150 points if I had been taking the trades. 150 points would have finished my step one. And we just did hit a new daily low on that NQ. So our overall trend is down. So that's another reason why I should not have taken a long here. It would have went 15, but not taking the long. We had downtrending bands. Getting back in on the short. You can see the shorts would have worked the last 3 times here. Now, like I said, the one reason I'm hesitant is because sometimes it's hard to identify the chop. If we go back to yesterday, when all our troubles seem so far away. Right here, this small little block, 20 minutes worth of chop, and I actually got chopped out 3 times for over $200 each time. This sent me down like $700-800. That's where I get a little, Now, if we look at it here, because I just didn't recognize it, you see we had downtrending bands, so I should have never taken the long in the first place. Then the short, obviously the second short would have worked, would have led into this, but the short stopped me out. Then I tried to go long again, and it stopped me out. So long, short, long, 3 stop outs, and that's what I got to try and prevent. And that's what causes me to be skittish. So that's, and obviously chop is always a problem for trend traders. But, I studied this last night and thought to myself, first of all, this long right here, first of all, like I said, we had downtrending bands, but it was also above the Bollinger on the RSI, and I didn't notice that. So that was a red flag. I don't know about this whole short here. That could have just, if I had gone short there and then didn't get back out, I would not have gotten stopped out and could have been just part of that. Ace, no, I agree. I do agree. I'm just saying it's not that I'm beating myself up over getting chopped out here. It's that I'm saying that's what causes me to still be a little bit hesitant. And I'm trying to just use it to learn from it to figure out how to prevent it without preventing myself from not taking good trades. That I'm not beating myself up for that yesterday. I'm just trying to learn from it and trying to figure out how to prevent it in the future. Wow. I always want to be learning, and I'm really. What I was doing before is when I was charting out my strategy, I would look at the winners. And I never looked at why the losers in the strategy were losing. Now what I'm doing is I look at the losers, whether I took the losers or whether they were just they would have been losers based on the strategy even if I didn't take them, and I'm trying to figure out why they were losers. And obviously, there's no way to win every trade, but I'm looking at trying to prevent obvious stuff so I can cut down on those losers. Why are you glad you woke up late today, Chef? And if the chef wakes up late, does that mean nobody gets breakfast? Ah, okay. Well, today's been an awesome day for me. Absolutely. Second straight $1,600 day. Crude oil is heading down. So remember I told you I had this issue here. People were giving thoughts that crude was going to head up, and I kind of agreed with them. But then this said no, and this would have needed a 30 tick stop, which is more than I'm usually willing to do. But oh, actually, it came down first. Where did it come down to? It gave me 30 before it would have needed that 30 tick stop, but still, now it's down about 45. I think CFT did see that win earlier, Ace, and that was odd that he just popped in there. Nothing. I think Ace didn't realize you saw my big win earlier. Yeah. You never know where CFT's lurking. It's like he has this weird bat signal whenever someone says his name or UltraBond. UltraBond has an ugly chart today. Absolutely ugly. One good real move there. Great job, Crypticon. 4,100. That's a great goal. And if I could do 1,600 a day, there's no reason I can't do 16,000 one day. You know, I'm kidding. I'm not getting greedy. Not getting greedy. Better than hitting us with his Porsche. So here's another little boost back up on NQ, and then it looks like it wants to head right back down. You know, maybe we should just teach the IRS how to trade. Everyone else have fun today? Ace, did you ever get any wins today? I mean, wait, that sounded bad today. I meant like, did you ever get the trade today? I know you were behind your computer earlier. Well, Ace, if I became a good enough hacker, I probably could too, but... Excellent. So here's NQ trying again, come down. We're going to hang on just for a couple more minutes here, just to see whether or not, technically, again, came up. This is a bullish engulfing candle and turned it back to blue. I don't like it when they just hang right on the EMAs like this. But let's see if this would have worked as well. Nope. See, I don't think this one's going to work. It's actually staying above that yellow line down here. So that's another thing I look at. So yeah, thank you for reminding me, John. I often forget when there's afternoon games. This would have worked. Look at this coming down. Would have given me 15 points. NQ is definitely a bear, but it's our bear. Or bull. You know what I mean. So I would have got 15 points and then it popped right back up. And now that's technically another candle. Trigger candle. Have a great day, Crypticon. See you tonight if you're around. If not, tomorrow. RJ, yeah, they're in the hunt for it. And they have a very easy schedule the rest of the way. They expect Harper back September 1st or so. Kinda. I wasn't 100% behind the Syndergaard trade just because Syndergaard's not who he used to be, but he seems to be doing what's needed for a fourth or fifth starter, so I can't really complain there. Marsh, I don't think they need if they can figure out how to fix his hitting. I like then yeah he's a great defensive center fielder and we did need defense. But if they can't figure out how to fix his hitting, we have center field prospects. We have Muzziotti and we have Rojas, who could be ready next year, the year after. Yeah, they have played very well without Harper. Right now they're without Schwarber too, who is dealing with a quad issue, but not hasn't gone on the IL. He's been pinch hitting. But yeah, and they've been without Eflin. But I mean, their bullpen has really gotten a lot better. And defense has gotten better somewhat too. They still really need Castellanos or however you pronounce his name to start producing. You know, starting pitching has just been outstanding. I really didn't think. I mean, obviously Ranger Suarez isn't as good as last year, but he's really come around those last 6 weeks since his little DL or IL stint. So, and he's been really looking good. Dodgers are I follow the Dodgers a little bit just because they used to have a lot of ex Phillies. I'm Chase Utley is probably my second favorite Philly of all time. So when he got traded to the Dodgers, I followed them for a while. Never been a Yankee fan, although I thought George Steinbrenner was a cool owner. It was always fun, always fun to wonder when he was going to fire someone next. Trigger candle here on NQ. I'm not taking any more trades. We're just talking baseball now for a couple minutes. Not sure what happened to the Yankees this year, why they have free fallen so badly. I mean, obviously they're still going to make the playoffs and all, but quite the fall lately. Burrow, I was planning on quitting, then we started talking baseball. I'm up $1,670 on the day. I remember when Paul O'Neill did that little kick of the baseball back to the infield. Oh, Mickey Rivers. There's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Talking baseball. Oh, Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. So yeah, bro, I'm not sure if you were here for my big trade, but 2 straight days, up $1,600. So yeah. I don't, The only memorabilia I collect, team individually is Phillies, but I have a huge baseball card collection, about 125,000 cards. Haven't really added much to it in the last couple years, but that's one of my goals with trading is to start adding to that collection again. And we have definitely calmed down here on the trading, although Crude is dying here. Yes, they are. Although I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Fanatics buying tops. Not sure I trust Fanatics with tops. But I have every tops base set from 1977 to 2021. And keep breaking down. XQ's made a new low, so I'm still talking trading here, even though 15 minutes past the time I usually kill the stream. But yeah. Um, I honestly I don't trade. I mean I don't collect baseball cards for as an investment. I do it because I just like them. I put them in the binders and all that. Although I literally have tens of thousands of cards that need binders and plastic sheets. My collection kind of grinded to a halt once I ran into the money problems with my amputation. Hoping to get back going again though. Okay, folks, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Great chatting today. Great chatting, great trading. Everything going well today. Let's keep it up. Really enjoying this. Time to really start making some money on my end and continuing to enjoy the camaraderie here. We need to have some more baseball talk sometime too. I love talking baseball. Everyone have a great rest of your day. Be careful if you're trading around FOMC meeting minutes later today. I'll talk to you tonight if you join me on Sharevision or tomorrow back here on YouTube. Have a great day, everyone. Bye. You too, Ace. Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, I'll love if you hit the thumbs up button. Remember, we do stream every morning on YouTube and Twitch from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every evening on Sharevision from 7:45 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, I'd love to have you follow me on social media. We're on Twitter at MightyOxTrading, Instagram at MightyOxTrading, and Reddit at r/oxmarkettrading. Have a great day.